right, and we are back. This time with a much more scenic view, minus the annoying crane. Really wish they didn't have to put that in front of this awesome view, but we are in Shibuya. If you don't know, Shibuya is, I'd consider like the Manhattan Times Square kind of area of the city. And speaking of Times Square, actually, spoiler for a little bit here, that's the famous crossing down there, but we're just gonna take a little bit of a walk that way. So yeah, like I said, Shibuya is probably I don't know if it's the actual largest in terms of like population or, you know, commuter traffic at the train station or anything, but it is certainly in terms of like the culture, probably the biggest part of the entire city. Shibuya is an area for streetwear, it's an area for youth culture, it's the birthplace of Japanese hip hop. Shibuya is a lot of things for a lot of people. It's just a train station to walk through, but which is what we're doing now, I guess. And walk through it we shall. Actually, this walk-through portion is going to take a little bit because Shibuya, as you can imagine, is not the smallest station in the world. I think it's literally the second largest in the entire world, behind Shinjuku Station, also in Tokyo. Most of the world's largest, busiest train stations are in Japan, so you'll see a lot of big ones around here. And apologies for the more tired commentary ahead of time. I am, well, tired. Still adjusting to the jet lag. I haven't really been able to eat much solid food, honestly. I've been having to just eat these, if I can pull it out of my pocket here. They're these like jelly things. They're packed with like energy and protein and stuff if you need to get like a meal supplement. So I scoffed at them the first time I was here, but now that I can't enjoy the delicious food for a little bit until my jet lag fixes itself, I will enjoy these jellies. But anyway, enough about jelly rambling. Let's just keep walking through here. I assume I'm taking the regular exit. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Actually, I might be taking the wrong exit. It looks like we're taking the way to Shibuya Mark City, which is a big shopping mall in Tokyo. And actually, yeah, it looks like I am in a building. Like I said, with train stations in Japan, they can be kind of hard to navigate sometimes, but see if we can get a good view of the crossing here. So there it is. I'll try to actually get to it at some point when I'm down there, but you can see how many people actually walk through. I think at most it gets into the literal thousands on like a rush hour commuter kind of day. But yeah, you can even see all the crowds kind of piling in on the sides. You get, I believe, well, actually I'll save that fun fact for when we get to it. So just keep walking. I'm sure this is super entertaining content. I know you're all looking for ambient walkarounds, and you got literally just me walking at a train station getting lost. So hopefully that's enough. Actually, speaking of getting lost, I'm literally, actually no. Since we're in Shibuya Mark City, I believe we can just leave from Shibuya Mark City, which is the big mall. So it shouldn't be easy, or shouldn't be hard to get out of here. Just make our way down. Usually you go out the Hachiko entrance in Shibuya, but I can't read, so going out the mall entrance, but we will get to the crossing soon enough here. As you can see, like I said, I think literally the second busiest train station in the entire world, so even during a random Monday night, you're never going to get an empty train. But before we go to the crossing, we must do the crossing for the crossing. So you just want to awkwardly wait with me here for a second. It looks like the light's about to go green. It's a very scenically placed bus. I appreciate that bus showing up for once. But yeah, let's see if I can get some extra shots of just kind of how giant this area is. Again, this is probably the biggest hub area of the entire city. So you can imagine that it's hustle and bustle wherever you go. Tokyo is interesting because you can go probably not even a couple minutes from here and enter the quietest, chillest street that exists in the entire city, and then you go back here and it's, you know, endless car noise and urban sprawl forever. But that's why I love Tokyo. It just kind of feels like you're playing, I guess, like Settlers of Catan or something, and you just kind of randomized all the tiles. Like this tile is a park, this tile is a downtown area. I don't really know. But yeah, we are in what's called Hachiko Square. It's named after Hachiko, who is a very good dog. So I will try to show up here. There he is. People taking photos of him. Hachiko was a dog who would follow his master to the station every day until one day, I believe he had a heart attack or something and never returned. And Hachiko actually sat there and waited for him for, I think, like 10 years or something. So, very touching story. It's actually, if you're a fan of Futurama, that's where the Fry's dog episode is inspired by. But enough with Hachiko, because we are at the main event, the Shibuya crossing, or the Shibuya scramble. When that light turns green, you have about, I believe, 45 seconds to go, and it will not wait for anybody, so you have to go. And go we will. Try to get a good shot of, as you can see, there's plenty of other tourist shots. I don't really like to do the shots of like me standing in the crossing, because it's just sort of obnoxious because you're just blocking people's way, but I don't know, just everybody does it. I just like to have a good shot of just showing the ridiculousness of the crossing. Again, this isn't even it at like peak hours. It gets absolutely filled during rush hour on a busy day. So definitely something to do in Japan. In fact, I would say, like, if you literally had like a day or an hour or something, like an absolutely express amount of time, go to Shibuya and just kind of walk around here, because Shibuya is just absolutely incredible. Next up on the landmark section, we have IKEA. No, actually, I didn't even know there's an IKEA down here. That's kind of crazy. How did they fit that in here? No, this is, it's called Center Street. This is, well, as its name implies, a central street. No, this is actually one of the more famous streets of Shibuya. It's where a lot of the shops and stuff are. If you're a fan of the game Persona 5, this is like one of the first major kind of areas you go to get side quests and stuff, do activities. But yeah, this is Sentai. I'm trying to see if I can walk to anything in particular that I remember, but I don't remember. So we might just do a little walk around and see what we find. And yeah. Frankly, you know, I just noticed I'm holding my selfie stick and just didn't decide to use it. So my arm is paying for it, but that's okay. I needed the workout anyway. Might switch hands though, actually. Could you tell? Can you tell that I'm switching hands right now? But yeah, off we go. And we go, and we go, and we go. I remember there being a Wendy's around here, which I always found hilarious. Wendy's actually is a fairly popular chain over here. They got bought out by a like fast service, like Italian food chain called First Kitchen. And so they became Wendy's First Kitchen. And so they sell, like, you can get like a Dave's single and some carbonara and like a wine cooler. So Wendy's is definitely, if you're gonna hit up an American chain here, definitely do that. You see she's doing some posing. Looks like maybe she's like I don't know, she had some like horror makeup on, like some eyeliner maybe. I don't know what's going on, but also Another famous American chain that I don't recommend you go to is Burger King. It's just as, well, maybe it's slightly better here than it is in Japan or in America, but I don't want to try that. I just kind of assume it's about the same quality. But yeah, we keep on going. Okay, I think I actually spot a thing we can go to that I can show you on this walk, so it's not just me wandering. So I'm pretty sure. But yes, as you can see, this is definitely like one of the most busiest areas of the city. I haven't said that 5 times already. Weirdly enough, as much as I get anxiety for damn near everything else in my life, I don't really get travel anxiety, and I don't get crowd anxiety in Tokyo. It's weird. Or like when I'm traveling in particular, I don't really get like big crowd anxiety. But you might. So just if you come here, keep in mind that there are a lot of people around. It's like New York sized, so just, you know, breathe and whatnot if you need to. Okay, so the destination that I have found impromptu is the Mega Donkey. You're probably saying, what the hell is a Mega Donkey? Donkey is short for Don Quixote. Don Quixote, despite being a famous book figure, is also a large, I don't want to say dollar store chain here, but it's definitely like a cheap type store chain. Basically anything you want they have for not too much money. And this is a Mega Donkey, which is a extra large Don Quixote. It's the one with all sorts of floors and whatnot. It's probably gonna be really loud in there, so let's see if I can keep this going. So we enter the Mega Donkey. This is the one that I've been